Let's go. Give me a few seconds here. Let's see to mute that, stop that. Because I don't think this works, does it? Nope. Gotta update the chat overlay like every time. Let's go. Is it here? Oh, it's because it's not up. That'll probably help. Also, I think I do need to fix that. Trying to get all this to like fit. I really wish it just made a second line instead of me trying to squish it all in. Oh well. Did you check your Walmarts today? I finally found some HRO. Nice, dude. I haven't checked, to be honest, at all. The last time I checked was like 2 days ago. I'll tell you, local scalper, of the 6 Walmarts close to me, I think 3 or 4 of them don't even carry cards because I've said this every stream. They have issues with fighting and stealing. Like people fighting and stealing, so I think they've kind of given up on holding those, but I will check the other 2. Maybe I'll check tomorrow. It's actually probably a good call. Maybe I'll check it before the drop tomorrow. I mean, if you're seeing success up there in, you know, northern Arizona, then I should probably have some success too. What up, vibes? Let's start this party. I agree. How many packs did you find? Did they have the big packs? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Real property, what's up? Dabbing on all the haters. I feel it. I know it's cringy, but we're doing it. Actually, this way so you can actually see the arm. But yeah, you said earlier, like, hey, follow me, or not, you didn't say to follow me, but I was already following you on Veve, so I see you posting all the time. Let's go. Found 12 singles. Whoa, that's, I mean, that's the equivalent of what, 3-4 packs? So that's pretty good. Friday night vibes, yes sir. So, exciting stuff today. I actually released 2 videos today. Originally, I was just gonna do 1 video talking about, well, I think today, originally, I was just going to talk about the Medium article drop, right? About the new Disney villains. That's all I was going to do. But I was like, you know what? I kind of want to try the shadow ban thing, right? Like, a lot of people are getting shadow banned, meaning they can't even buy anything on the drop. But they can still buy and sell on the market, but they can't play any drops. Because my other phone, because I do use 2 phones. One phone is my main phone. It's the one I've always used. I put gems in it. I've done all the stuff. The other phone, I've always just sent gems over, play the drop. If I get it, great. If I don't, I just send it right back. Whatever, no harm, no foul. But ever since they did a lot of the removal of the transfers for not only the gems, but also the NFTs, I noticed some accounts getting shadow banned, meaning you can't win drops. All the time on this phone, I'll win over and over and over. I buy multiple comics, multiple collectibles. But my other phone, it just says all editions have been sold out, all editions have been sold out, or like all editions have been allocated. I'm like, what is going on here? Until I went to Veve Vault stream and other people's stream and even people on my streams and saying, yeah, if I just buy 5 gems, it goes away. So sure enough, I basically milked a 8.5-minute video just saying like, yeah, basically just buy 5 gems on your account and then it works. So, and the word shadow ban pretty much means different things on different platforms. Shadow banning can mean you don't have access to certain features, or if someone looks up your videos, your content, or your username, it just doesn't appear. So a lot of the time, shadow ban typically refers, like someone like usually in the community or like a third party has to tell you like, hey, by the way, like I type in this thing and you're not showing up at all. That's typically what like shadow banning is on like YouTube or Twitter or, you know, Instagram, things like that. But with Veve, it seems like, you know, whether it's intentional or not, people were basically just getting completely barred from buying or being able to acquire drops unless they actually put money into the app. So I'm not sure if that's Vive's way of confirming that people are actually putting money in the app, that they're not bots. Like, could a bot put 5 gems on the app and they can keep going? Sure. But then again, that user or that person that is botting is out $5. So at least Vive's getting, you know, a little bit of money out of it, whatever. So I'm wondering if that's their new way of like trying to make sure that no more dirty gems gets in the app. Dirty gems meaning people are buying with like fake money or whatever. But I mean, that would still happen though, right? So I really don't know the rhyme or reason or whether Vive's that was intentional or not, or if that's another layer of safety that they're putting in. But regardless, seems to work. I tried it on this drop. I got 8 comics between my 2 phones. I got exactly 2 commons and 2 uncommons, and then 2 commons and 2 uncommons on both. So all in all, I got 4 commons and 4 uncommons. But one of the commons was actually kind of a low mint. It was like a low-ish 4 digit that I'm like honestly still trying to get rid of. So all in all, I lost a bit of money. It is what it is. But I actually do think this comic won't do terrible. Because the second we have some sort of team up with Spider-Man and the Human Torch in the MCU or shows or whatever, could go back up. But before then, I do think I'm going to probably be selling these. Let's see, how much should I sell this for? Maybe if I relist it, someone might notice or buy it. So yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. Who do we have so far? Your local scalper, C. Rios, Real Property, Choo Choo up in the house. My Collectibles, what's up, dude? Dude, My Collectibles, you really need to do a video of your collectibles. I really think you would make some awesome videos, and I think people would thoroughly enjoy it. But yeah, because you showed off a little bit of your collection earlier in like the content creator chat, which was absolutely amazing. I don't want to spoil it for what he actually has, but if you do make that video, it would be awesome. Plus, it's like if you're trying to sell them, you know, a lot of people in Veve are becoming physical collectors. Some people might want to potentially buy one or know a guy that knows a guy. Who knows? C. Rios Vibes, they did the Disney villains wrong. They look like the Funko Pop heads. What do you mean they did them wrong? Like the Mighty versions? All this means is we're getting one step closer to a Vader Mighty. And Dino's gonna love it. They're gonna be Obi-Wan, Darth Maul, Vader, all have the Mighty heads. Qui-Gon Jinn, Mighty head. Dino's gonna love all of that. Very nice find. I was stoked. Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. I really should probably check out my stores. I mean, unfortunately I didn't do it today, so odds are all it takes is one person to sweep everything in a 15-mile radius, right? If they're really dedicated. Caleb, what's up? Diseases for dinner. Every time that name always gets me. What's up? Funky Cold, what's up? Sent my first HRO card to PSA to get graded. I hope for at least a 9.0 or a 9 point something. Have a slight nick on the bottom. Fingers crossed. It's my Joker mythic. Awesome. I was about to ask what it was, but it looks like you. Actually, I need to change up chat here. Sorry if you can hear my roommate's dog just yammering. Let's see. Chat. Dude, I always get kind of chat overlay. I really wish I could get the text to like stack more, but that's fine. Dude, that's awesome. That's actually exciting stuff. I heard like the PSA rating stuff isn't super cheap right now. Although if I did get a mythic card, I'd probably get it graded. Like if it's like especially like in really good condition, relatively low mint, like if all the stars aligned, I'd probably get it graded. Because the last I heard it cost like 50, 100 bucks or something like that to get it sent in and graded. So Falanini, yo, I opened that 1 pack of HRO. I pulled a legendary Harley Quinn, meant 2157, not bad. Dude, that's actually pretty good. Because Harley Quinns are what? Like, we can actually check it out here really quick. Harley Quinns, isn't there 14,000 mints of that? So already you're pretty low percent legendary. Yeah, there's 14,000 mints of that, and you got a what? A 2,157? That's pretty darn good. That's like what, the bottom 15%? Or I guess technically top 15%, whatever you want to call it. Whichever direction it goes. Would you guys say top 15 or bottom 15%? Would you say top or bottom? Because bottom means it's like lower to 1, but top means it's like the best. So I'm not sure how you would... what you would say is top or bottom 15%. Probably top 15%. That's probably the correct way to say it. George Luis Sanchez. Or was it Jorge Luis Sanchez? What's up? Rhett Sam K Club. Am I the only one that like the emoji villains? They are cute. They're cute as fuck. Yeah, I like them. Like, I can actually pull them up. I probably should have pulled them up right here. You can actually look at the Medium article again just to double check. I already did a video on kind of like my price predictions and stuff, but sorry if it's like loud clicking. Someone also made an account with my face on it called Veve Vibes Fam. It's pretty funny. Well, that's kind of cool. All right, here's the Medium article. I like him. I really think Ursula's gonna do really well as Jafar, to be honest. I think those two are gonna do the best. I think we're gonna have a Pixar thing where they're all mostly FAs, and the common is probably gonna outperform the uncommon and rare, in my opinion. It could be, although I do think the rare will do pretty well too. It just depends. And I think Jafar will do pretty similarly to like, yeah, it's gonna do fine. The price is gonna be higher. I think it's still gonna be the most expensive, but I do think the common might outprice the uncommon and rare. We'll see. But I like these. I really like the 20 gem price tag, to be honest. Like the fact that you can get 3 of these. I thought these, I'm like, please don't make these like 40 or 60 gems. If it's 40 gems, all right, I'll probably buy 1 on each of my phones, maybe 2 if I'm feeling lucky. But the fact that you can do 20 gems on these, I might just spam buy these, to be quite honest, because worst case scenario, I just don't see, you know, I just don't see the queen, either queen. It's funny, it's Queen of Hearts and then there's the queen going for like 15 gems, right? I mean, it might. And same thing with Ursula. Like, could she go below box price? Like, maybe initially, but from what I've heard from other content creators and other people kind of in the space, that Ursula sells really well, at least on the physical collectible side. So I'm kind of curious to see how these perform. But I'm excited. And plus, they're all FAs. Remember, they're all first appearance regardless. So there's going to be people out there that like the Queen, or they like Queen of Hearts or Ursula. Ursula, I think it's going to be a pretty big deal, in my opinion. Funko Pop is doing their first NFT May 5th. Everyone's getting their feet wet in NFTs. Yep. Like I said, the perfect example that I came up with was basically, remember White Claws came out with their seltzers like, what, 4 years ago? 4 or 5 years ago? Then all of a sudden, everyone else jumped on the bandwagon, right? Like everyone else was going on it. When Fortnite, no, what was it? PUBG came out with their battle royale. Everyone else jumped on PUBG. Then like Fortnite was the one that kind of like perfected it, or had that perfect art style, as well as play style, where just like it got really mass adopted, and everyone else jumped onto battle royale game modes. But yeah, with like White Claw and stuff, like everyone, like every company was then making seltzers. Like Budweiser started making a seltzer. All these other companies started making their own line of seltzers as well. It's like everyone else started jumping on it, right? So it doesn't surprise me that it's like once one project or handful of projects do well, everyone's just like jumping on top of it. And I think the fact that Funko Pop already has like QR codes, right? You can scan and you get, I don't know if you get like the digital counterpart or whatever it is, but it seems like they're already kind of, oh God, that's a terrible term, not grooming, but they're already trying to associate their customer base with like digital collectibles, and it's okay. And I think they're better off just calling it a digital collectible, right? Like, oh, scan this and you get the digital version of it. You get the digital collectible you can sell for real life money if you want. You know, don't say it's a NFT, don't say it's non-fungible, don't mention anything blockchain related or things that affect the environment. Like, just ignore all that, just say it's a digital collectible and move on. So, whoa, you pulled an A1 today? Which one? Dude, that's a huge deal. Dude, what was it? You need to let Rob Stuff know, because Rob Stuff pulled an A1 as well. And dude, when you really think about it, Rob brought up a good point. He's like, I know it's technically a thing for every mint, but Rob said, he's like, there's only going to be 155 A1 cards of the original hybrid set. So a lot of people are asking him like, oh, what would you trade for it? Because I think his card was like a superior, like his like rarity, maybe superior, I think. A1. It was, I think it was Bruce and Bruce family or something like that. But even if that was a common, like, there's definitely going to be someone out there that's going to want to collect the physical or the digital counterparts, like, and get all the A1s, right? Or collect as many A1s as possible. That could happen, especially if this really takes off. But dude, that's awesome. Yeah, which card was it? I'm just curious. For 20 bucks, it's pretty sweet. People would probably be pretty upset if they were 60. I agree. It seems a bit weird that, not weird, but I'm just kind of curious why Veve slash, I guess Disney in this case, really emphasized over and over again, emoji style collectibles, emoji style. What the hell is emoji style? Like, is it just the art style? When I first heard that, I thought it was going to be an actual art style. So it's like, okay, these aren't FAs, these are all FEs, because it's an art medium, I guess you could say, kind of like a poster or a card, whatever else that art style could mean that would cause these to be FE instead of FA. But these are all FA, so this is technically part of that 3D premium digital collectible that Veve says that's because only characters that are in 3D digital collectible format can be first appearance, right? So, which is why Donald and Daisy as a card, or Donald and Daisy technically, as cards were FE, even though they're on the card, but then eventually when the Golden Moment counterpart came out, they were FA. Disney villains, I mean, I think so. Yeah, if these were 60, I'd definitely pass on these, to be honest. If these were 60, I would hard pass. If these were 40, I might get one on each phone, maybe two, like, again, if I was feeling lucky. But with these, to be honest, I will be spamming these. I will be trying to buy as many as I can. Could some go below box price? Like, maybe, but these are all pretty well-known FAs. I will say Ursula and Jafar will do the best, in my opinion. Let's head back here. Pretty new to all this. If they are all the same, why is a lower mint so important? So good thing you asked. First off, it's just a lower mint is just it's more of like a community driven thing on Veve. Like, lower mint usually means like, oh, it's more rare, it's more scarce, it just looks like a cleaner number. Plus, collectors for the most part are always trying to find ways to add value to their collectibles, right? So unless it's a very special mint, you know, like Star Wars, which came out in 73, I think. I don't remember exactly, but like, imagine if you had a mint number R2D2 with the exact year that Star Wars came out. That is a special mint. So, you know, there's probably a Star Wars collector out there that wants to pay premium for that special mint associated with the card. But it's different for HRO. One thing I do like about HRO and how they set it up is that lower mints actually give you more points. So as you can see here, where you just pulled up Lex Luthor, legendary, whatever. The pretty basic numbers, like a lot of the high-end numbers are worth 70 points. But if we flip it around, some of the lower mints that are, looks like below 1500, you know, whatever, those are 76 points. So you almost get 10% more points by having lower mints, which most of the time, that's also the differentiating factor, right? Like, why aren't all the Lex Luthors, I mean, not all 14,000 are in circulation yet, but like, why aren't all 600 of these the same price? It's because there's lower mints, which is why it's kind of a sliding scale of price, somewhat based on the mint number. Not always, but because if you look at the leaderboard, you get points. That's one of our friends, Rob Stuff, here at the top. He has a lot of cards, and then the only way to get more points, like once you own all the cards, which he does, he owns all the cards in the set. The only way to get more points is to get a lower mint. So there's actually some added rarity or some added value by having a low mint. And it's nice because now you can kind of trade, like if you have doubles or something, you could trade that higher mint. It might be a higher mint for you, but it's a lower mint for someone else, and now it's easier to facilitate trades or sales. You know, I'm getting rid of what I don't want, you're giving me something I want, you know, and vice versa. They might have a lower mint that you want, so it goes back and forth. So yeah, the lower mint thing is just a way. It's almost like, you know, my card is first edition and yours isn't, so mine's worth more. Not that black and white. It's pretty black and white with HRO, because if you go to the market here, we have to probably look at the digital ones just because there's way more on the market than the physical counterparts. So if we look at this guy, Solomon Grundy, if I click this little button here, premium number, please tell me there's some for sale. Yeah. So any card that is A50 or that's mint 50 or below, HRO considers them a premium mint. So that's actually one thing I do like, is like HRO just says, hey, if it's below 50, it's a premium mint, regardless of how many there are. Doesn't matter if there's exactly 50 or if there's 100,000. If it's below 50, it's a premium mint. So I do think these could fetch an extra more price just because that has the pound sign next to it. I really think not only it's a low mint, it also has a pound sign next to it, which is just, if it's a premium mint, that's cool. So I kind of hope that answers your question. Which is why if you look here, if we look at the listings, you can see the Solomon Grundy, you know, there's some actual scores here that are 14, but the super low mint ones are 41 points. Like, you can see how much it exponentially goes up in points, where if you have like just a whatever mint, it's 14. But if you have a really low mint, it goes up to 41. So you're basically giving what? Triple the points almost for having a super low mint. So it really adds up quickly. If we actually look at the leaderboard again, hybrid, like this guy Bane. So there's 155 cards in this set. Bane only has 150 cards. He still has 5 more cards to go, and he's still beating out everyone, which means, in my mind, he has like ridiculously low mints across the board on all of his stuff, which is why he's able to basically be 5 cards short, but still beat out a lot of people in the point game. I even tried to like do a trade, and it was just like not working earlier on the app. Okay, here we go. Okay, so he does have a mythic here, but there's definitely some cards that he's just like straight up missing or doesn't have. I think there's 4 mythics total here. So he's missing 2, I think, here. But he has this whole collection, so I'm not sure why it says he's missing 5 when it seems like he has all of them collected and he's only missing 2 mythics. Just not sure if it's not updated. Maybe he doesn't have the okay, he's also missing some of the Batman like exclusive posters, which I think are probably down here. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. Something is missing. It says he only has 27 out of 30, so not sure what he's missing, but he's missing something. Yeah, it's from this set, this like epic set. I don't know what he's missing. So he just has really low mints like across the board. Cool. All right, let's get into a chat. Glad I grabbed a digital Bane Two-Face for $80 yesterday. My gut said they would start pumping. That's a good move. I would honestly would have made like a similar move if I had money on my account. Right now I just have my 2 digital packs. I'm just gonna hold them until I feel like they're comfortable, until they're good enough price to sell, to be quite honest. Yeah, it would have been nice to sell them at 800 and I just rebuy a pack at 400 and I made like a $400 profit. It's too hard to tell and it's too risky. So I will want Ursula. Well, she's going to be common, so she's going to be, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason why Disney put Ursula at the common, because they probably know, and from what I've heard, Ursula sells the best out of like most of the villains. Like anything like physical collectible stuff with like Disney and has Ursula in it, like it does really, really well from what I've heard. Like I don't have any firsthand experience, but like there's a reason why Ursula is #1 or at the common, right? Veve has done a pretty good job of probably notifying their licensors, like, hey, like whatever you think is the most popular character, we should put that in the common slot because we're gonna have as many people as possible to get it, right? Let's go. Hamoon, what's up? I can't wait to buy from the paper hands. Yeah, dude, are we all? Jafarski, yes sir. There is Funko Pop NFTs on Wax, FYI. I own some. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not on Wax, I'm not on Palm, I'm not on like OpenSea. To be honest, I'm kind of just sticking to my lane and just sticking with HRO and Veve for the most part. There's just like way too many projects for me to like keep up with, and like, you know, what am I gonna do? Be in like 14 different Discords and understand what the drops are happening? Like I don't know, you know, recur and all that stuff. Like the only other one I could like maybe entertain the idea of is maybe recur. I know I'm probably gonna go for Illuvium. It sounds super engaging. I know I've been saying this for like 2 weeks. I haven't watched any information on Illuvium yet, but it sounds super interesting, so I might get in that. Not too sure. Common animated vibes. So that's what I thought initially. Let me switch it up here. Oh, we have Yo Stefan here. What's up, Stephanie? I didn't watch you and Randy's stream. I was busy with other stuff, but I assume, I know you and I always forget the other. To be honest, I always forget the other dude's name that's always on the stream with you. But I'm sure you probably agree that Ursula is probably the most popular, if not one of the most popular villains Disney portrays, like on the physical, like for physical toys and all that kind of stuff. Like Ursula always does very, very well. So, yeah, so I thought the comment was animated because it said like complete with Ariel's voice captured in her nautical necklace. And I'm like, all right, is this like, if I tap this, is it like voice activated where we'll hear like Ariel's voice or like her singing or something like that? You know, it's been 15 years since I've watched the movie, at least. And I don't, you know, I kind of forgot the whole plot is like Ursula's trying to take Ariel's voice, right? And so I think it's just a descriptor. It's just something to kind of talk about her outfit for the most part. Because if you look at all these, with her iconic heart-shaped fan and signature cowl. Take a bite in this full color. I don't know. It doesn't really describe like her outfit, but this one definitely does. Holding a snake staff and ready to be the newest addition to your, you know, the puppet master, Jafar. So I think it's just a cool little descriptor. I know the kit car, I think it said animated on it. If it doesn't, it really should. But I don't think it's animated. If it is, that'd be awesome. Whoever gets an early delivery, and if you can find out that it's animated, that will definitely drive up the price a lot. But personally, I would say Ursula is probably going to beat out the uncommon and rare, so both the queens. And then Jafar is going to outprice Ursula only because he's super rare. You know, 6,666 mints, so. But dude, trying to put a price on these is so difficult because it's the first time we've gotten, you know, emoji style Disney. The market is kind of in a recovery right now. We're getting more bullish information about the future of Veve, like in like the near future. But at the same time, like people are still just trying to scavenge whatever they can to get any kind of gems they can on their account, right? These are all also pretty cheap, like 20 gems. I mean, that's 3 comics, right? That's really inexpensive. So, like I said, I think Ursula might go for like probably like 30 to 40 gems. I'm talking probably 24 hours after the drop. Price predictions are so hard because it's like, all right, are you talking 15 minutes after the drop or after the market opens? Are you talking 2 hours later? Are you talking a week later? Like, what does a price prediction mean? For me, typically it's 24 hours, like 12 to 24 hours later. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if the uncommon gets pretty close to box price. If not, I don't see these going under box price, to be quite honest. Like getting close, maybe the uncommon goes below box. The rare could go close to box, but like Jafar, I don't see it. I think Jafar could go for like 40 to 50-ish. I know a lot of people are saying it could go lower, and it very well could. I don't know. I'm being optimistic about this because we have 4 FAs, and 2 of them are pretty significant characters, which is Ursula and Jafar. So I think the villains will be popular due to high mints. Prices will be low for a while. Interesting to see Veve keep adding different style of drops too. What are they planning? Yeah, this like they put a very big emphasis on emoji style. They even said it every single time, emoji style. So I know some people made some connections between that and this like Disney villains, like Disney villains game. Like some people were talking about like a game or something like that. It kind of looked like oh my gosh, like Bejeweled or something like that. I forgot what that game is called. Game app? Okay, maybe not. Someone was showing it earlier and I'm just like, oh, it could be that. I know Superstar Money like talked about it. I don't even know what the name of the game is, but it could be that. I wonder what the highest possible score is if you had all A1s. Pretty damn high. Maybe 10,000. I don't know. Like if we look at the leaderboard here, it could be pretty high. Maybe not 10. Maybe, I mean, 10,000 could be as like some of those numbers. We saw some of those collectibles, like the lowest, like the highest mint is like 14 points, but the lowest mint is like 40 something. So like maybe double some, maybe 10,000 is like the highest you can get. Let's go ahead and head back here. You guys can look at my dumb face a little bit closer. Yes, one of the most popular, so I agree. The Evil Queen is a good one. Snow White is the first animated feature. Yeah, I saw that mentioned. I didn't realize that, to be quite honest. Like, I saw that mentioned in the description. Guess we'll go back here. Right here. No, lower. First appearance in the 1951 Walt Disney Animation Studios animated feature. No, down one more. I'm like, 50 doesn't sound that early, but yeah. The 1937 Walt Disney Animation Studios. God, that's such a like tongue twister. First feature-length film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So this is part of the first feature-length film ever, right? So I think, I mean, she's the rare, which makes sense. So I think she could do pretty well. I like how it looks like she's gonna smack someone with her, what's it? Club? That looks like a heart. Club of hearts. That makes no sense. I do like Jafar a lot. It does look pretty cool. Just kind of curious what they're gonna do with this, right? Saving it for Star Wars. Yeah, everyone's thinking Star Wars is happening. To be quite honest, I think I threw it out there. There's probably like a 25 to 30% chance we're getting Star Wars. Like, is it high? No. Is it possible? Yes. Is it happening on May the 4th? Maybe? I don't know. Kind of curious how they go about that. Spider-Man 2099 up to 1K from 700s a few days ago. Yeah, I saw that. Maybe people are getting a little bit more bullish on the gamification, especially for getting these relatively low res or very simplistic NFTs, right? Like there's got to be some gamification or something going on here, possibly. How much blind boxes are you going for on tomorrow's drop? I'm just gonna go for as many as I can, to be quite honest. Marcus Cole, I do think this is a cool drop. It's inexpensive enough that I don't mind taking the risk. So, and I'm not really planning for Star Wars. Like if it happens, it happens. And even if it does, at the end of the day, we're all probably gonna get one, maybe two drops, and I won't be able to afford to like chase them in the secondary market, at least like with the amount of gems I have in my account now. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for as many as I can, which probably at the end of the day, I think after you win, or after you, at least this is how it works with comics, I've noticed that after you land 2 collectibles, you click buy, you close out as it's saying the payment is processing. You click buy again, you close it again. So now you have 2 kind of in queue. You click buy again, and on your third one, I've noticed, at least for comics, it gives you a captcha. So you have to click, you know, bus, plane, you know, boat, whatever it is. And then after that, you can buy again. Then I noticed usually after that, it kind of sells out, or you have to wait for a rebound. So I think that's what's going to happen this time too. So what you'll probably do is just go to 3 on both phones and then just stop. If I can get a rebound, cool. But yeah. But that's my plan. I mean, that's not financial advice. You can go for 10 drops. You can just skip it. You can go for 1. You can go for 10. Doesn't matter to me. Soon as Sarah Jean walls are removed and a few bot listings, Spider-Man Mighties will pump from 80 to 120 gems fast. Yeah. I still remember when I bought, I think I still have 2 or 3 Spider-Man Marvel Mighties. I think I bought those at like 180 or something like that. Like really high. No, it just retraced forever and ever and ever. And it's just, I hope Star Wars comes in May, but it would be pretty funny if we don't get it in May. Yeah, that's why I literally, what was this meme I came up with? Let's see if I can find it. I mean, I posted this meme just a few days ago. A few days meaning like, you know, a couple days. Few days meaning over a week ago. Let's see this one. I'll show you guys. Most of you guys have seen this. It's like Doctor Strange, or I have to remove this. Like Doctor Strange is coming out early May. And the Veve fam's like, well, we're getting Star Wars on May 4th, right? We're still getting Star Wars, right? If you guys don't know, by the way, you know, I do like the prequels. I think they have the best memes though. It is just hilarious. They do have the best memes. So if we don't get Star Wars, we're probably gonna get Doctor Strange, and I don't mind it either. Like Doctor Strange is gonna be great too. FA Doctor Strange, are you kidding me? He's definitely up there when it comes to the Avengers, right? Definitely of the Avengers, probably the most powerful in my opinion. I know Thor's strong. Iron Man is super smart. So is Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is like both. All right, we can close that. But yeah, I posted that. Yeah, April 15th. When was that? It was about a week ago. So it could happen. It could happen. All right, let's go back to here. They look like we, me. Yeah, exactly. That's what, dude, that's a perfect description. The we, me characters, dude, that is a perfect description. That's exactly what they look like. Holy moly. Yes. That is so true. If you guys don't know the we, me characters. Character. Kind of like this, yeah. There's a good chance. They kind of look like a slightly upscaled version of these. God, all these, dude, the white background is blinding. It's a happy person. All right. Well, I have some conflicted. Nightwing looks awesome. 1100 low mint versus C3PO or something else. Help me, please. To be honest, I would go with C3PO over Nightwing. Like, I know Nightwing's an old school classic. Like, a lot of UVOGs love it. And it's still a great NFT, don't get me wrong. I still think C3PO beats it out. Even though it has, what? Almost 10 times the mints? Like 9 times the mints, whatever it is. I think you can do well with either one. Me personally, I'd go with C3PO. Omi creeping back up close to 0.003 again. Yeah. I feel like Pixel Trader's just in here to pump all of his bags. He's got Omi. He's definitely got some Spider-Man, Marvel Mighties. He's got a Spider-Man 2099. He's probably got an A1 somewhere. I see you, Pixel Trader. You're trying to pump your bags. It's fine. Local scalper. Sorry, died. I'm back. I live life on 0%, I swear. Yeah, no worries. Wait, well, I was curious what you got an A1 of. Dude, that's awesome. I said earlier that Rob Stepp brings up a good point that there's only going to be 155 A1s. And odds are there's a good portion of them that will just never get unboxed, right? Because there's a lot of people keeping them sealed, a lot of people that don't scan them, or, you know, whatever it is, something happens. But like, you have one of the few A1s, and I think A1s, I think Rob Stepp, it was like a superior A1. I forgot what it was exactly. What he said, he's like, dude, if someone offers me a mythic, I probably still wouldn't take it. Like, even though it's like a 2 or 3 rarity upgrade, right, in a card, and you can sell it for, you know, if you get a Wonder Woman or whatever, you can definitely get a few grand out of it. He's like, I don't know, I probably wouldn't. So if you got that A1 and you get it graded, like, I think a graded A1 is gonna be solid. Dark Side Legendary, dude, let's go. Dude, that's awesome. All right, let's look it up. Let's look it up. You got my attention now. Let's go back to here. Dark Side. Is it Dark Side or Dark Seed? I've seen some people say Dark Seed. Pretty sure it's Dark Side. But I could be wrong. Dude, you got an A1 of this? That is nuts. Yeah, there it is. 9 grand. Dude, I would... I think you can get more out of it, dude. It's listed on the market. I think you can get more out of this. Potentially. You know, dude, that's awesome. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to price it. Part of me, I don't know, like, I feel like you could list this for a lot on Immutable X. But that's awesome, dude. I love seeing people in the VV community just dominate in HRO. HRO is just, you know, it's just a bunch of VV people, let's be honest, at the end of the day. Matt NFT coming soon. Matt NFT. Don't know what you mean by that. Matt Gonduk? Probably. That one? I assume you mean that one. Dude, that's awesome, dude. Congrats. Dude, I would, if you're really trying to, I mean, if you're trying to get money, sure. But I know for a fact Rob would love to have that. But yeah, I mean, if I was in your scenario too, dude, I would do the same thing. I would probably just sell it. It's like, I could trade it and get a bunch of things for it. It's like, this is, oh, the Wii Mat. I have no idea. I never owned a Wii, to be honest. Never really played a lot of Nintendo growing up. I think I played N64, so like Super Smash. I played GameCube. I didn't own one. I had my friends, but I was mostly a Xbox, PlayStation, and like PC gamer growing up, personally. Nick Batchelor, what's up? Saying aloha. Yep. Always go for the first series, even if Disney drop goes below box price, market price tomorrow, won't matter. Exactly. That's the way I see it. In best case scenario, I really think like if you lay in the commons, you'll be fine. I really think the common Ursula is always up there because, like I've said, I've heard from multiple people like Ursula is up there with the most popular villains on for Disney for sure. What do you think of Marvel Comics 1 UR? I got it for $1,200 during the dip. Marvel Comics UR. It's great. It's like, I don't know if you mean to sell it, but dude, that's a fantastic buy. I mean, it's the next best thing behind the Secret, right? So that's awesome. That's an incredible buy. I would definitely hold on to that. And John, I'm honestly a firm believer that there will be people, and I've showed this before, that there will be people on the app. Whoops, did not mean to do that. I do think there will be people on the app that will be cover art purists in like the comic community. So let me show you an example here. Let's just look at the ultra rares. Comics, ultra rare. Probably just go for most expensive, right? I feel like we're gonna see most of those at the top. Not release date, come on. I guess release date works too. Yeah, so actually this is a perfect example. So if we look here, John, I really think this is gonna be a thing in the future. I don't know if you're planning on holding it long-term. I would assume so if you're gonna spend $1,200 on an ultra rare comic. There's most ultra rares, as you can see, as we're scrolling down here, eventually got to the point where Veve stopped doing ultra rare covers that are based on the cover, right? Like the original cover. Eventually got to the point where it's like they're always hiring an artist or they're doing panel pulls like we see with Tales of Suspense and Avengers. Then as we scroll down, they just stopped doing, I think there's one more other instance where they actually did another cover. No, I don't see it. So yeah, so like there's a certain point where now it's strictly all Veve exclusive covers where basically they hired an outside artist to like make the cover or whatever. So the only ones that still follow the original cover art or the cover, you know, the original cover is Marvel Comics, Journey into Mystery, Fantastic Four, #1, New Mutants, so first appearance of Deadpool, Amazing Spider-Man #1, and I could have sworn there was one other, but I guess that's it. So there could be people out there that are like, I don't like any of these cover variants. I only like the original cover. I think these are dumb. Like there's gonna be someone out there or a group of people that think that potentially. But these are great. I really like these covers. It's pure black and white. Some people really like this like grayscale look for comics. I know there's comic collectors that do all kinds of stuff. I'm not a comic collector myself. I just did like a bunch of research. I talked to comic collectors, and there's comic collectors out there that will collect any comic that has someone blowing bubblegum in it. Like if there's a girl or a guy blowing some bubblegum, or if it's like something like that, they collect that cover. It sounds silly, but it's true. Like comic book collectors, it gets that niche if they really want to. And if that's the case, like I could totally see people that are like, I only buy original covers and that's it. You know, and if it's grayscale, that's awesome, but I'm not buying any of the Veve exclusive covers. Like that could be a thing. Plus it's also an amazing comic too. Mike Collectibles says, I got my first 4 HRO boxes today, debating or not to open them. Lol, dude, come on, you gotta do it. Dude, you waited all this time. You spent a good amount of Canada bucks, whatever that counts for, you know? Canadian monopoly money for it. You gonna just sit it there? I don't know, dude. If your local scalper can get an A1, I have to scroll up for a while to find it. If your local scalper can get an A1, what the hell is it? If he can get an A1, then there it is. Then you can too, out of 12 packs. And you got how many packs? I know the odds are like not in your favor, but I'd say go for it. So the market listed it at the moon. That's awesome, dude. Dude, I mean, not a bad deal, right? Buy a couple packs, sell one for 9 grand. That's not a bad deal. You do what you want, not financial advice, but isn't it a little bit more fun if you just open it, right? But I mean, you have infinitely more experience when it comes to selling packs and keeping stuff in mint condition and selling it, right? So, but you know, what the hell do I know? My goal is to sell around 9K and then use that money to buy gems at 0.5 and then get me that Walt. That's the goal. Dude, that's a good call. If that's the case, wouldn't you have a better time selling it on Immutable X for ETH, and then you sell that ETH, you just cash out the ETH? Because if you sell it on money in the app, how would you cash it out? I'm just curious. Maybe there's something I guess you could just cash it out, right? Normally, there's gonna be a time where you can just cash out your money. I'm sure there's gonna be fees associated with that, but yeah, I'm kind of curious how that would go about. I forgot you could cash out. Just not yet, as far as I've heard. I still got one HRO pack, digital pack unopened, so tempted to open it. It's up to you, dude. I have 2 packs. I've said it before, and I'm sticking to my guns. I will never open those packs. I will sell it to someone that's willing to open the pack, but I'm never selling those. I'm never opening those packs myself. The only way I would open it is if there's like basically a 50% chance that I'm gonna land like a mythic Joker or something crazy like that, like, or not Joker, but a Riddler or like a Batman. That's the only way I would open it. But even then, I don't know. The price of the pack would at that point reflect the cost of them having a really high chance of opening a Riddler or a Batman. I have four packs of HRO I'll be opening on Monday. Wish me luck. Awesome, dude. Hell yeah. Get your setup all done. Get your I mean, I have one 8 pack box coming in, so I mean that box opening is gonna be what, maybe 10 minutes long on my stream when I do it. Not even. And it's probably gonna look like crap because I've never done like an official pack opening thing and all that. I know some people are complaining like, oh, all these HRO people are noobs at opening packs. It's like, yeah, because they're all like new collectors. Like most of these people are NFT investors or speculative crypto investors that don't do anything related to like physical cards. So I'll be honest, I don't know how to open packs. I mean, I'll watch YouTube videos on like how to learn to do it the right way or whatever, but then again, I've only gotten 1 pack, so. I've seen a tweet. So are they restocking HRO Walmart? Will it be chapter 1? As far as I know, I thought they were like done with shipments on that end. Let me look at my phone. Probably be easier on my phone, to be honest, too. That's not what I want. Okay, I actually have it right here. This is all I know. This is last I heard from HRO. You know, it seems like people are, including myself, are like always confused like what HRO is like actually doing and like what's actually going on. So retailer update, Walmart. We have launched in Walmart stores across the United States. Some of these stores have already sold out of product. Product will be restocked as it is available. So no idea. Will your Walmart get restocked? No idea. Is it sold out? No idea. Game and Zavi. If you purchase a pre-order from there, be in touch directly. Warehouse Smith. HRO packs should appear in stores as soon as possible. I don't even know what HRO Smith is. Amazon. That's all it is. It's just like they'll be restocked as soon as possible. This will be restocked as soon as possible. For those that have pre-purchased or pre-ordered, orders will expect to begin shipping during the week of April 25th, so next week. completing on April 29th. Please note that this changed from last week's. Yeah, so it just got delayed a week. So that's all I know. It's just if it's possible. Could it happen? Maybe. That's all I know. Nothing about price lowering, nothing about price hikes. I don't know. Nomadic Guitar Vibes, are you buying a Batman cowl through Palm NFT? Randy was talking about it earlier. It's basically a Mask of Batman NFT 2-year roadmap utility, 300 mint price. Not really, to be honest. I really don't care to like diversify myself across 7 different projects. And buy up all these like little individual things, and I don't know, that's just not my deal. And plus, I do think the Batman cowl thing is like, it's cool, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, there's 300,000, which is quite a bit, and on top of that, $300, which doesn't include gas fees and all the other stuff I need to learn how it works through Palm. Again, no experience. It's just too much effort, to be quite honest, for me to even bother going for it. And that 2-year roadmap utility, yeah, I mean, every NFT program has utility, or eventually will, so it just depends on what that utility is. And plus, there's so much DC stuff for now, right? Like, DC's been very fast and loose with their IP. Like, now there's almost like no NFT platform that doesn't have DC already, so it's not anything special. I do think the cows look cool, and on top of that, there's a chance that, like, cool, of the 300,000, 100,000 will be like decent. The other 200,000 will be just meh, and like of that 100,000 that is good, there'll be like 30,000 that are really good, and then 3,000 that are amazing, and then 300 that are just the god tier, right? So odds are you probably have a 90% chance of not getting anything good. Daredevil 1. Yes. Is that something you want me to look up, or is that just a comment, Garrett? Just curious. Disney doesn't give stuff away for free. I don't see any Disney airdrops, in my opinion. Neither do I. I don't see it happening. A, they don't need to, and B, like, they'd rather just spend time and all that stuff, you know, utility wise, you know, on utility. I don't know. I don't see them doing an airdrop personally, though. They do get all the secondary fees, right? They get all the 2.5% fee that goes out if any of the airdrop does get traded. So I don't know, kind of curious, you know. Say, will Disney never do an airdrop? No. Is it just unlikely in the near future? Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. Thanks. I used to be big into collectibles, but I've moved into comics and I haven't looked back. Thanks for your detailed response. Of course. I was the exact same way. Like, I shit you not, my vault was like 98% like collectibles. I think at one point I had like, I think literally all I was doing was collecting like a common comic of every comic for a certain point. It wasn't technically every comic, it was just like most comics. Then eventually it got too much money, and then the 252 came out as well as some other ones. I was just like, all right, this is just too expensive. I can't keep up. Yes, Timon and Pumbaa holders get whitelisted for Simba Golden Moment next month, Vivi said. This is it. 8 free though, same price. Find that highly unlikely. If you have a tweet or something that says that, let me know. If not, other than that, I don't see it. I feel like that's cap. Full cap. Big J. Open up those HRO boxes. The price you can get for selling in ETH today worth way more than selling in years. Yeah. I've already cashed down the HRO. Super easy. Just takes a little while for the wire. Okay, cool. Yeah, whichever one is, I mean, whichever one works better. I mean, you have time, right? Like, we don't even know when the snapshot's going to happen for the hybrid. So you actually have time to sell it if you want to get like a premium price for it. So what are the fees like, your local scalper? Is there a 10% fee? Like, how much is it? I assume it's just, you know, I don't know. I'm just kind of curious what the cash out feature is like on HRO. My only problem is that I can't scan them after opening. Dang, Canada. Forgot about that. I mean, are you able to use like a, can't you just use a VPN and like get on the app that way, or like scan it that way, like either through your phone or maybe like on your website or something? Also, I'm sure certain people, like maybe like Rob Stuff, would be more than happy to help you out by scanning the QR codes for you potentially. I'm just trying to think of solutions here. None of it's use a VPN to scan. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. Use a VPN to scan, or it's like if you really don't want to do it, maybe literally just have someone you trust, you know, like Rob Steph or whatever. Again, I'm just throwing solutions out there. Like you can take it or leave it, doesn't matter to me. Have someone else scan it for you through their phone. Like you can either screenshot all of the QR codes, send it to him via email. He could scan it all for you and then just trade it to your account, or just hold it for you in the meantime. Like that's another option. But it would kind of suck to, you know, not be the original owner, right? So 17, almost 18 days for me. Okay. I'll scan them for you, my collectibles. Yeah, I see a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, I'll scan it for you, I'll hold them for you. Is there a difference between the 8 card pack versus the 7 card pack? Yes, Diane, there's quite a difference. The difference is here, and I'll be honest, HRO does a god-awful job at trying to get to that website to do it. Let me see here. So if I go here, so here's like the main site. I think it's under frequently asked questions. Then from here, it's under, I believe, beginners. No, back here. Starter. No. Sorry if you guys can hear my roommate's dog. It's just nothing I can do. All right, not that one. It's under HRO frequently asked questions. And then under here, I'll link it for you in chat so you can just check it out yourself. Yeah, if you go to the homepage and click that, and then physical pack content guide, a detailed overview. So 7 card flow pack is no different than your 8 cards. The only difference is based on where you get the 8 card from. If the 8 card is coming from a premium 2-pack, I believe, if it's coming from a premium 2-pack, that 8th card is guaranteed to be a Batman movie poster. If you get it from the 4-pack, it's guaranteed to have a Riddler movie poster. So that's the only difference. So the packs are literally all the same. The only difference is the 8 card packs. That 8th card, the extra one, is just a Batman movie poster. And if it's the 4 card pack, which is what most Walmarts are holding right now or stocking right now, it has the Riddler. So, and it goes more in depth here as to what it has. I believe also the 8 card flow pack has the Batman premium card. Only starter pack with 1. It contains the Riddler premium card instead of the Batman premium card. I guess it also kind of shows here. Too. So if you go to market. Actually, if we go to leaderboard. And Bane. And I'm like jumping around all over the place, but it's kind of a pain to find like what I'm thinking of. Limited movie edition. Okay, maybe not. I thought this was movie posters. Here it is. This is the 2-1. So I think you get the Batman from the 2 card pack premium, and then you get the legendary Riddler from the 8 card pack, I believe. So if I'm wrong, please let me know. And if that's not correct, then like HRO really needs to make it more clear, because like I don't know how else to explain it. My HRO cards should be coming in on Monday. Nice. I haven't gotten an email update confirming nor denying, it confirmed my order initially, but it hasn't confirmed that like the delivery is still coming, or it has. I also haven't gotten an email that it's canceled, so I'm kind of just waiting. I haven't gotten a, Alex, did you get like an email saying like you should get it tomorrow? Kind of curious how you're able to track that. Are you going for tomorrow's drop? Yes, Francisco. I'm gonna try and get as many as I can, to be honest. I'm gonna try and just, I think the price is cheap enough at 20 gems each. I think Ursula and Jafar are both, I mean, they're all great NFTs. I think Ursula and Jafar are gonna perform the best, but I just don't see them like staying below box price for like a very long time. It could happen. I do think that's why like the Mickey marching band was at 60 gems. It's a bit high, but with these at 20, I think it's cheap enough where it's like hard to see them all go box price. To see enough go below box price, let's say that. What up, Veve Vibes? What do you think about the drop for tomorrow? Yeah, I'm going for them. I have a video that talks about it. Pretty bullish on it. Gonna try and go for many as I can. I think Ursula and Javar are gonna do the best, so. Disney villains look like me characters. Yeah, Dombrowski. Someone said that earlier. That they look like me characters. So yeah, they're emoji style. They made it very clear. They said emoji style at least like 6 or 7 times in that Medium article, so. I found a booster box. It is better to rip or sell them off. I found a booster box. Is it better to rip or sell them off? That's the question right now, right? That's the question. That's the question that everyone's asking now, right? So I don't know. I think you can't go wrong doing either one, in my opinion. I know it sounds weird, but I feel like if you're gonna hold it, the box, you might be holding it for a while, right? If you're trying to like wait for those like Magic the Gathering / like Pokemon prices of like the first ever boxes, that's gonna be a while. So if you feel comfortable being able to, I'm gonna move this over a bit. If you feel comfortable basically being able to keep a box in pristine condition for 5 to 10 years, 3 to 8, however many years, I don't know. You're gonna have to hold it for a while, make sure it doesn't get damaged. So, flat $25 to cash out at HRO. Let's go. That's actually really nice. I can't use a VPN due to my work. That's unfortunate. So what are your thoughts on SR comics? I see low numbers, most of the SR comics. I mean, that makes sense, right? They're also the most expensive, and there's like less, they have the least amount on the market, or at least in like circulation. So usually there's what, 600 secret rares, and there's usually 1,000 or like 2,000 ultra rares. I guess it depends on the mints or how Veve divvies that out. Yeah, I think they're great. Personally, I can't afford most of them, or at least like the ones I really, really want, I can't afford them. So that's why I've been kind of shooting for the ultra rares. Like I think in some scenarios, personally, I kind of like the fact that I can get like 4 or 5 ultra rares for the same cost as a single secret rare. So that's just me, and I do think the ultra rares are going to perform really well because they're Veve exclusives. So my collectibles is laughing at me. Fishing, that's up to you. I think you'll find them retail to crack them all. Yeah, that could be. I think right now with the way the market's playing out, I think you have a good chance of them at least like breaking even or something, right? Not entirely sure. Thanks so much for clearing that for me. Yeah, of course. I meant to link it, but yeah, if you just go to the HRO site, Diane, oh my gosh, thank you so much for the $5. Really, really appreciate it. And by the way, I just did this for fun. You guys helped a ton with donations. Like last time, I remember I had that meme $69, and you guys like blew past that. So I'm actually going to reinvest that into a couple things on the stream. But one thing I do need, because it literally happened 2 days ago, which is my headset, this earpiece blew out. Like there's no sound coming out of it. It's only this side now. And this headset's like 5 years old, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to do like a, I don't know, GoFundMe, whatever it is, for like a new earphones on Amazon. But chat, you guys have to buy, you guys choose what I buy. So once we get this to $60, I'm gonna go on Amazon. You guys are gonna tell me what to look up. So whether you guys want me to get, you know, I don't mind paying a little bit more than $60, but I'm not. There were some headphones I saw that were like $1,500. I'm like, look, I'm not spending that much on headphones, but yeah, so let's say if you guys wanted to, you guys could embarrass me with certain headphones for me to wear. Because I'll buy whatever you guys suggest. I'll buy it because it's your guys' money, and I appreciate that. And I think it'd just be kind of fun. But I did mean to move the, what is that? There it is. That actually needs to move over a little bit. But thank you so much for the $5, Diane. You are amazing. I don't care what Alex says. You're amazing. The company I ordered from said that it should be arriving in a week. I put the delivery day. Okay, Monday or Tuesday. Nice. It was a $20 free, by the way, of Veve Vibes. Okay, cool. Emailed me earlier, 25, yeah. How do you feel about the OG collectibles like Adventure Time, Powerpuff Girls, and Ultraman stuff? Been stacking those lately. Yeah, dude, if you're in those for like the very, very long term, I think those will do great too. I do think at some point there'll be, once we get a ton of people on the platform, which we just need more people on the platform, to be quite honest. We need more people on Veve. It's just interesting how, you know, Foster Hilt brought it up a really good way. Like Veve says they have 2.6, 2.7, whatever million active users. They determine active users as someone that logs into the app 2 or 3 times a month, whatever it is. You know, I think that's mostly a term that they use to get licensors to get on board and kind of get going on Veve at this point, or just kind of extend contracts, whatever they need to get those numbers from. But you know, he knows, and you know, a lot of content creators say we don't genuinely have 2.6 million people on the app. Because honestly, if we did, YouTube videos would not be, not just mine, I'm talking all the Veve YouTubers, they would not be struggling to get 2,000 views, 3,000 views on their videos. If we genuinely had 2 million people like on the platform, that's one reason. The other thing is we can also see on the Muta scan like how many actually active wallets we have on Veve, like ones with like 1 collectible, ones with more than, you know, 5 collectibles. We can see all that information. And right now, Veve is just too small right now. I do think the season 1 stuff can have like a big resurgence. Like once we get some whales on the platform, we get a lot more people on the app. Like I'm talking, we get closer to like actually 1 million like people on the platform. We could see like a big resurgence for low mint stuff, season 1 stuff. Personally, I'm holding off on Ultraman, like just because personally I don't think we're gonna have that. Even Veve kind of admitted like we're not gonna have localization for quite some time. Maybe early next year, it could, who knows. All they said was like it's not really a big priority right now. Me personally, I'd rather just stick with IPs that are known worldwide. Disney, I love how people pretend like people in Southeast Asia like just don't like, oh, Disney's not big there, Marvel's not big there, you know, DC, like Disney, like oh yeah, those aren't big there. It's like I'd rather just stick to IPs or NFTs that are recognized worldwide, rather than they're kind of known worldwide, but like they're very localized to just Southeast Asia. So but Adventure Time, all that stuff, I think it's fine. I really think it's gonna take a while until like the big NFTs, like the big Disney ones, a lot of the big FAs, to basically price themselves out to where now Adventure Time and Powder Puff are good. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting perspective or like thought. It's really hard to say. If you're planning on holding it for like 5 years, sure, I think they're great investments. But if like you're buying them now and like eventually you're like, oh god, I'm short on gems, should I flip them now? I don't know. I think there's better investments personally. They say collect what you like. I actually like these a lot. I'll collect them. Yeah, go for it, Kryptony. Dude, I like these too. This actually might be a set I actually want to complete if I get really lucky. And yeah, if I get really lucky and I want to, you know, let's say I keep buying and I get absurdly lucky, and like let's say I get an ultra rare, a rare, and then like all I need is the uncommon and common, like yeah, sure, I'll buy them and just complete the set. I'll hold it. I think it's a great set. Should be relatively easy if the prices are low, right? Like a four piece set for maybe 150, 200 gems. Like if you catch everything on the low, right? If you catch the common, you catch Jafar on like the low end, you catch all the stuff on the low end, like you could probably get a whole set for like 150, 175. Can also go backwards. Mexican pizza, haha, it's back. Dude, I remember we were talking about that. Was it me and you, Diane, or someone else on a stream a week ago? We were talking about Mexican pizza on stream, talking about Taco Bell, and then we're talking about the Mexican pizza. I'm like, you're one of those people that likes the Mexican pizza, huh? And they're like, yeah. And yeah, it's coming back, which never really cared for the Mexican pizza, you know, like those, the only like specialty item that I'll buy off of Taco Bell is the cheesy gordita crunch, which tastes amazing, by the way. But at the same time, I'm like, for $4.50, I could just get 4 burritos and like I could just fill myself up that way. You know, it's not that filling, but it just has tons of flavor, and I like it. Yes, you don't like it. It's not like I don't like it. Like I'll eat it. like if someone buys it for me, it's just, I guess it's, the other issue with it is that I assume that once it's done, it's not the best thing microwaved, right? So something really, not even embarrassing, but something that's really weird about me is like, especially if I go eat Mexican food, I eat stuff in microwavable order, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but I'll talk about the story, but I really need to like run the restroom. So I'm gonna run an ad because I'm that kind of guy, but I'll be right back. So I'll explain why I eat stuff in microwavable order and what the hell does that mean. One sec. How do I do that? I'm just gonna go here. Then do this. Yeah. Dude, I need that. All right. I'm back. I got the roommate. I got the dog here. This is Biscuit. This is my roommate's dog. Hey, Biscuit. Hi. Can I help you? Can I help you, Biscuit? She's not used to being up here. Hey. Put her back down. It's roommate's dog. Her name is Biscuit. Yeah, I'm leaving the door open now so she can kind of come and go when she wants. But if she starts barking again, I'm gonna close the door. Before I do that, Stephen B. Smith, prize predictions. Let's go. 35. Round box price, probably 25. 50. 5. Boom. I go more in depth in my other video. I go more in depth in like my actual video talking about the price predictions. What is she doing? You see her back there? Can I help you, Biscuit? Okay. What a good girl. She is good. She's young. She had her first let's say girl moment probably a few weeks back, so she's doing pretty well right now. I think eventually my roommate does want to get her spayed. She knows I might grab her. And like, she always has to have something in her mouth. Like whenever she comes to my room and I let her in my room for the first time, she always walks around and tries to find something to like, I always just give her my sock because she just always needs to have something in her mouth. Or else she just can't jump on the bed or play or anything like that until she just has something in her mouth. So right now she's laying in front of my light. That should be fine. Anyway, long story short, back to Taco Bell. Microwavable order. So whenever I order a bunch of different things, or if I'm with friends and we get a bunch of stuff, I always eat things, not always, but most of the time I eat things in microwavable order. Meaning, so if you have a taco, a couple tacos, a nachos, and a burrito, typically what I'll eat first is the tacos. I'll eat the tacos first, then the nachos, then the burrito. The reason for that is that if you put these items back in the microwave, like let's say you don't eat it all, if you take these things home and you put these back in the microwave, first off, the tacos are gonna be terrible, right? Like no one likes putting tacos back in the fridge and then like reheating them later. Like you get like the lettuce is hot, the tomato's hot, the shell is soggy. It's just like, ugh, like it's just gross, right? The nachos, not as bad as the taco, because usually you can just like eat it with a fork and it's just like, I guess if it gets messy enough. But even then, it's not ideal, right? It's not the tortillas, the chips aren't as crunchy. This stuff just kind of gets melted. If you have certain toppings on it, some toppings just don't taste good, like hot. You know what I mean? But the burrito, dude, the burrito tastes the exact same. It doesn't matter if you, ideally, you know, probably tastes fresh and like better if you eat it right then and there. But if you throw it back in the microwave and you eat it later, like you're not going to complain, right? Like you kind of knew what you're getting yourself into. So that's just me. I eat stuff in microwavable order because if I smash the burrito first and I'm like getting kind of full, I eat like half the nachos, but I still have like 2 tacos in the nachos. I reheat those, gonna taste terrible. Gonna taste terrible, and you know, comparatively. So it's like I'd rather just eat the taco and the nachos first, and then save the burrito last. That's just me, because I can always reheat that and it tastes like the exact same. Now you guys know the vibes technique of eating food. If you eat a lot, or if you like, or taking food home or whatever it is, eat stuff in microwavable order. Your local scalper, I found them retail, but I also rip a ton of sports, and my brother thinks I'm going down the same rabbit hole. Aren't we all? I'm not part of that group. I've not opened any packs or done any like physical card shopping or anything like that personally, but yeah, I could definitely see myself developing like a minor addiction towards that. So vibes, I don't hear any dog at all. The dog is here. It was, if I have that door open and she starts barking, you will definitely hear her, but it's because the door is closed. Are you excited for Star Wars? Are you as excited for Star Wars as Dino laying? Yeah, like it's massive. It's gonna be massive. Dino's on a whole nother level though. And that's the thing. We actually had a fun discussion between me, Dino, my collectibles, and Rob Stuff. And I think Rob Stuff was there. Maybe not. I think so. But you know, every person in every fandom has a slightly skewed perspective of what they think is the best, right? I think when we initially started that discussion, Dino was like not the biggest fan of Boba Fett. He just didn't really, he hasn't, you know, I think he watched The Phantom Menace. He's a big Star Wars fan. He loves the prequels, so do I. I like the prequels too. But maybe he didn't really understand like the full market value, or just like maybe really sat and talked with someone or watched the movies of like, that is part of the diehard fandom of the original trilogy, right? I did. That was like my dad. He didn't do anything like crazy collectibles and stuff. I think he had some like Han Solo toys and stuff like that. I think he probably tossed them or sold them by now. Probably tossed them. He might still have them. I'll have to hit him up. But yeah, he was a big Star Wars fan. More Star Trek. That's why I'm more of a, I would say slightly more of a Trekkie than I am in Star Wars. But I can still appreciate Star Wars. So listen. Can you guys hear that? Maybe not. Okay. She's not barking that loud. She's just kind of like a who's there bark. So yeah, I think, you know, there's a bit of a disagreement, but I think now he's kind of starting to come around and understand like, yeah, Boba Fett is like huge. Boba Fett's like a really big deal. Even though he only had like, what, 5-6 lines in like all the trilogy. That's what made him badass though. The fact that he didn't need to talk, right? That he's still cool, so. Diane, I'm glad you get it. Next time you go to Taco Bell and you get a Mexican pizza, you know to eat that first, not because it's good, but because it tastes terrible when it's re-microwaved. So that's it. Your local scalper. I opened so many packs of everything. It's a legit addiction. I know you mean addiction at this point. Yeah, I could see that. I think now in eBay, the secondary market pricing is going to keep a lot of people out, including myself. Like, I'm just trying to get a lot of stuff at retail. I'm more banking on making a lot of money in the like the digital like market as well. Definitely like next physical sales they do, I'll probably buy quite a bit too, but that could be months and months away. I ripped enough to start having tables at card shows. Made 8K at my first card show selling my vintage Pokemon and sports cards. Hell yeah. Do you know KSR? Don't know what that is, to be honest. Now you got me interested. KSR cards, that's all I looked up. KSR automation, the ultimate tool for resellers. This thing, I'm assuming. That website could, that website is really straining on the eyes, to be quite honest. Yes, sir. What about sneakers? Yeah, I don't know about this. Don't know what this is. KSR. Oh well. Let's go back to the training. All right. Go back to here. Just gonna look up a couple of things here. Actually, mostly. Veve tweet something? Oh, something about Meetable X, bridging, all this stuff. Always bridging. Cool, let me close this. All right. Are you going for Batman cows? No, I'm not. No, sir. Mostly because I don't really care to learn the whole platform of Palm, throw $300 at it, and have a good chance of getting probably like a very meh, like Batman cow. They're all one of ones, like, oh, that's cool. But at the same time, how do you even like facilitate a sale when you have 300,000 unique items? I don't even know how you would even facilitate a sale like that, to be honest. And on top of that, I don't know, just don't really care to go for that. I really don't care to spread myself over like 15 different NFT projects. Did you order any HRO? I did. I only pre-ordered one 8-pack when the pre-orders came out. I don't mind buying on like Amazon or Walmart, but to be honest, like I don't even know how to turn on my Walmart notification to like let me know there is a sale or like a chance to purchase them. And same thing with Amazon. Like I don't even know what the website or the page is to like buy them. So, plus I heard they get sold out like within a couple minutes. So I haven't necessarily like given up on it, even though I kind of have. But honestly, hearing your local scalper, which is someone that is relatively local to me, get some packs. So I might go pack hunting tomorrow. So we'll see. Hopefully I get some luck. Other than Pokemon, what IP would you like to see on Veve? I wouldn't even want, like, I mean, Pokemon's up there, but personally, I know Harry Potter would do really, really well in the app. Like, don't get me wrong. I think it'll do fantastic. I'd prefer Lord of the Rings over Harry Potter just because I'm a bigger Lord of the Rings fan than Harry Potter. Harry Potter was always just too, like, because remember those two movies came out like relatively around the same time, and I had two older brothers. I was always like into more mature like video games, like games with like, you know, M ratings and stuff like that. Like a lot of kids in my grade didn't have like older siblings, I noticed, strangely enough. And so they were all into Harry Potter. I'm like, that's cool, but it's like I'd rather see orcs and stuff get like beheaded and like crazy spells and demons and wizards and all that kind of like that's what I was more interested in. Like Harry Potter was just like too silly and like whimsical and just whatever for me. I did hear it did get a bit darker like as the series went on, but for the most part I thought it was just like too silly for me. I liked kind of like the gritty realism and like the gritty world of Middle Earth over Harry Potter. So Lord of the Rings would be a good one. I had a whole list of these on like a video. Someone asked me the same thing. I need to like keep this list handy because I always forget the video that I had it on. Give me a sec here. I'll find the video. It was a video that I made like the very beginning of the year called like IPs I want to see on Veve or something like that. Yeah, so here's a few of them. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh, Zelda, Warhammer 40K, Ninja Turtles. I love Dungeons and Dragons. I just don't know how they would even like implement characters or creatures into it. Konami, like more closely related to like Metal Gear Solid, things like that. Like I'm a big like gamer and nerd growing up. Jurassic Park, of course, Battlestar Galactica. I think that's pretty much all of them that I had like in the video. I'm sure there's more IPs I can think of that I'm just straight up forgetting about. There's that guy that's pretending to be Alex G, like commenting on my video. Kind of funny. What SR comics would you snag if you had 500? Luckily, there's a very, very good website to do that called My NFT Tracker. So what we do is put the max at 500 gems. You go to, well, first off, here's the homepage. Go to the homepage, your personal NFT tracker. I'm not even logged in. Like you don't even need to make an account to get all this information, which is cool. So I go to NFTs at the top. I go to click comics for like under the filters, then click secret rare here for under the filters. Like I said, like I love ecomi wiki, don't get me wrong, but at the same time the search features on a website like my NFT tracker is just insanely nice. It is so nice to have them. Let's put the floor at just like 300. It sounds like you don't want something super cheap, but you do want a pretty decent NFT or one for 500. Let's do 350. I don't know. There we go. We get it all on one page. Dude, some of these are really good. In my opinion, so just first glance, like Black Knight first appearance seems pretty darn good. Some of these I might overlook. Like honestly, some of the Spider-Man ones I'm not too familiar with if they're like that good. That is something my collectibles might have a better chance at talking about. True Believer, Tales of Suspense 57. That's the first appearance of Hawkeye. I think that one's pretty darn good. Falcon could be pretty good. Luke Cage could be pretty good. Same thing with Morbius. I think Morbius could be pretty good. Same thing with Gamora. I keep saying Garona. Garona's from World of Warcraft. Gamora is from Marvel. Still don't know why this Black Panther #1 is still so expensive. I still don't know why it's so expensive. But like just my knee-jerk reaction looking at these is Hawkeye or Black Knight. That's just my knee-jerk reaction on those. I do think the Luke Cage as well as Falcon are pretty good. I don't know about these Spider-Mans, to be honest. There's just so many Spider-Mans on the app. I just don't know which ones like really stand out other than like a very, very small handful of them, in my honest opinion. So that's just me. And same thing with the Hulks. I don't really know, but I feel like the fact that Hawkeye has a show, he's going to get more shows and potentially movie. Black Knight is basically confirmed to get a show or a movie with Kit Harington, I believe, the guy who was in. I'm surprised I even knew the actor's name. I'm usually terrible with actors' names. From what's it called? Game of Thrones. So I mean, this is pretty much confirmed to be a show. This is. I feel like Black Knight's going to be Moon Knight 2.0, where it's going to get a lot of hype because it's going to have a new show, movie, or series behind it. So I think it'll do pretty well. So that's just my take. And if you don't know, like, yeah, just go to my NFT tracker, go to NFTs, comics, secret rare, put in your min-max collectibles that you want to invest, and then just go from there. I think Morbius could be pretty good. I don't know. I think just like the bad ratings from the show is gonna kind of hurt the price of the comic, to be quite honest. I've heard some mixed reviews, kind of more leaning towards the bad side on Morbius, but we'll see. Go back there. Walmart's go on sale at 3 Wednesday. You're welcome, chat. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks for the heads up. Texas time. So what? That would be probably be like 2, 1 or 2 my time. Military style memorabilia such as the post office release. Military style. I think I'm overlooking something on that comment. What's up, Bernie? I think that's the first time I've seen you in chat. Welcome. I don't know what you mean or what you're talking about. I have 7 Matrix NFTs, and that's the other thing too. You have to have a Matrix NFT. I'm like, dude, that's just so many hoops I just do not want to deal with personally. Like, I'm not familiar with OpenSea. I'm not familiar with Palm. I'm not, like, I don't know how much Matrix NFTs are going for. Just seems a bit too much in my opinion. We will see. Paul Burrows was talking this afternoon about NFTs and gaming. He talked about OMI, Veve, and Immutable X. Interesting inside information. Nice. We might get Lord of the Rings through Warhammer. Yeah, that's actually funny you bring that up. I brought up Warhammer and Lord of the Rings. Dungeons and Dragons. Oh yeah, good call. I would love to see it. Like, what do we get? Drist? And like, that's it? I guess him and his gang? And that's pretty much it? Like, let me see. I honestly haven't read any stories about like any of the Drist novels, to be quite honest. I honestly didn't start getting into Dungeons and Dragons until it's probably been 5 years at this point, 5 years ago, and I mainly played 5th edition. That's the only edition I've played. Though I've heard tons of stories. I've talked to plenty of people that have played 1st edition, 2nd edition, 4th edition, 3.5, like all that stuff. Pathfinder, like. I've talked to tons of people about it. I actually did have like a D&D channel for a very tiny bit of time until I got way too busy with other stuff. I still love D&D. I just haven't had time to like really pick it up and like play it a ton, to be quite honest. But if we look here, I guess you could do Driss's party, right? I forgot their names. This is the Dark Alliance party people or whatever. But like, and then if you like that, I mean, that would be kind of cool. That's the only issue. It's like there's not really a lot of there's characters, like, don't get me wrong, like there's I'm trying to remember, like there's all the villains and bad guys, like even just all the D&D books. Like you can do a lot of just the bad guys, I guess. There's just not a lot of heroes. Let's see this. D&D villains, dragons. Yeah, there is dude, it's been so long since I played. I forgot the names of like all these characters, to be quite honest. I'm probably better off just looking up the books. Let me look this up. Strahd. Curse of Strahd. I forgot who the Tomb of Annihilation guy was. Dragon Heist. Tomb of the Mad Mage. I forgot the name of all the villains in all these books. Like all these books here. God damn it. Like all these books here. These are all, most of these books all have bad guys in them for the most part, right? So. But with D&D, it's just hard. I guess you would mostly do creatures, bad guys. There's just not like a lot of heroes. StarCraft is a good call. I mean, if we're talking Blizzard, that's almost endless content, right? You can do StarCraft, you can do Warcraft, you can do Overwatch, you can do what are the hell other games they have? Diablo, I guess, a little bit of Diablo stuff. You could definitely do that. Yeah, when we start getting to like Blizzard, and that's what I'm saying, like with gaming and all that, like we can go pretty far. I just feel like Blizzard might like just do their own NFTs before they'd like partner with something like Veve, but who knows? Warner Brothers owns Lord of the Rings, right? Yeah, they do, as far as I know. Actually, I don't know. Like, I know Amazon bought a lot of the book rights, but then there's like the IP, then there's like Middle Earth Enterprises, and then there's also the Tolkien estate. Like, I don't know all the nuance involved with that, to be quite honest. Ken Penguin, what's up? Happy Friday. Nice face. In case you guys are wondering how to make these funny emotes, you got to become a member. So we can do these funny faces in chat. I need to add more. I know I've been saying I don't think I can add more, but I can exchange some out. Those are all the ones that we have right now. This is still by far my favorite. So we have all these, then this is by far my favorite. So yeah. Cool. I will be jumping off here, guys, probably like 20 minutes or so. Wasn't planning on being on for too long tonight. I do have a couple other things. I'm going to be meeting with friends here a little bit later. Not to get obliterated. I know I owe you guys a drunk stream at some point. I know everyone was excited for my last drunk stream. Let's see. What could we do? Maybe we can actually open up Ecomi Wiki. That'd be cool. And actually look at some look at some charts. Gotta log in. Nope. All right, let's log in. Let's get this all going. Cool. I'm kind of curious myself, like what are the top gainers? I haven't really been paying that close attention to the market. To be honest, I don't have enough gems to like chase stuff in the market right now. So all I've been doing is just been kind of going from drop to drop. I did liquidate a couple things, but for the most part, I'm just kind of just going from drop to drop. I'm kind of curious what the top losers and the top gainers are. Dude, Sam Wilson is so cheap right now. So this had an all-time high of 4,300. Now it's all the way back down to 1,250. Could have sworn Sam Wilson went up to like 125, 130 at one point. Now he's at 30 gems. Yeah, he went up to 130, 140 at a certain point. It kind of hovered around like 100 and then just retraced all the way down, which is crazy. Matt, rip. Remember this dude pumped just because once people found out that he had like utility with the poster, pumped all the way to 40 and then just like immediately sold off. Lenectra, common, down to 11 gems. Wow. This has got to be the cheapest Marvel common, right? Like even cheaper than the Marvel Mighties, which had like a what, 13 gem box price or something, or like 20 gem. So this is even cheaper than like most Marvel Mighties. That is crazy. Lenectra, I tell ya. Then count calories down. Same thing with Perlina. Rise of Ultraman poster. I think this kind of sold off recently because we found out we weren't going to get localization as close as a lot of people thought. It was a bit of a pump, but it is what it is. Ghost Spider at 41. I remember telling people weeks and weeks and weeks, like over a month ago, that buying, was it a month? Probably 2 months ago, whatever. Like I wasn't hard stacking Ghost Spiders, but I'm like, hey, Ghost Spider below 90, that's a pretty good price. And now it's like down to 41. So If Walt's Spider-Man SR and Todd / Rizzo Batman were the same price, which one would you go for? I'd go for Walt. I would still go for Walt. Todd / Rizzo, you mean like they're together, like a 2-for-1? Like I could get Todd and Rizzo. I'd probably still go for Walt, to be honest. I'm more bullish on that, like super long term. Though Todd and Rizzo, I think are pretty close. And don't get me wrong, Spider-Man SR is up there, but I think like the super long term, I think Walt is the guy. But my, yeah, I'd probably still go for Walt. I really think given enough time, I do think Walt is gonna flip Secret Rare Spider-Man, in my opinion. But my first graded comic, NYX, Veve made me do it. Dude, that's awesome, dude. Like, those kind of comics are actually ones, like I don't own any physical comics, but Dedicated Savage, I'd probably do the exact same thing. Cause like how much is an NYX comic? Cause that's a cool comic. NYX comic price. Go collect. Let's see what they say. Yeah, like that's not bad, actually. Like if you really wanted to go all out and get like a 9.6, you could. But like even if you get like a 9.0 and like, you know, you throw a few $100 at it. There's some other comics where I wanted to get too. You can get a 6.0 for 450, an 8.0 for 5.5. That's cool, dude. That's actually really cool, Dedicated Savage. I definitely want to be in that. I definitely want to buy a graded comic at some point, even if it's like a trash tier comic or whatever it is. Like I don't care. Or maybe I can eventually get a good comic at like a very low rating, but it's like a pretty well-known comic, right? Trying to think of a comic that like I would actually wouldn't mind buying, because I do like that cover a lot. It definitely gives me like Matrix / Metal Gear Solid 1 PS1 like vibes stuff. Like I don't know why, but I definitely get that like but it's definitely an art style of its time from like 2004. Like I definitely get those vibes from NYX, which I like a lot. Just trying to think of like a comic that I would like, let's look at the commons. Let's look at the commons from, let's put 500 or whatever. That's pretty much all the comics, but I feel like Ghost Rider is going to be too expensive for me for the common. These are all like probably too expensive for me to afford. How much is? It's probably, this is probably too expensive now too. The hell, dude, this search feature is god awful. Yeah, how much is it? This is probably expensive now. Yeah. Yeah, like you can get like a 9.0 for like the same price as the other one for like an Ultimate Fallout. I think that'd be cool. I'm thinking like another comic. All these other ones are like pretty old school. Probably cost a pretty penny. You would, I feel like you have to get a somewhat more modern comic book. Not 150. I think maybe like a Black Panther would be kind of cool. Like a Black Panther #1. How much is a New Mutants? First edition of Deadpool. First edition. First appearance. Oof. Maybe I should have been more specific. Should have put in, oh yeah, 73 pages of New Mutants. All right. All right, I'll put in the damn number. 98. Facsimile edition, newsstand edition. What the hell is this? We just get the basic one. Yeah, there you go. 9 points. Dude, that'd be sick. 9.6. Uh-oh, please sign in. 9.6 for 6. Dude, it's kind of crazy how all the ones I looked up were like 625. Like 9.6 or like these are probably comics I would probably buy. Those 3, just off the top of my head, that I probably wouldn't mind buying. At I feel like if I'm gonna like buy a comic, I would either buy like a relatively newish comic that's like a high like 9.6, 9.4, 9.0, whatever, or like kind of an older age comic that's like a 2.0. Like I don't care. Like it's just graded. That's all that matters. It's fun. That's what I would do personally. Will Walt go to 10K gems when cash out happens? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't see that happening, but it could. What if Steamboat Willie UR had FA tag and was same price as Walt? Would you still pick Walt? If UR had FA tag. So like the FA tag is attached to Walt but not Mickey on the Walt, I would still pick Walt. Walt will go down to 10K when Vader drops. Potentially. I feel like the Walt holders would more than likely sell other stuff before Walt, unless they have doubles. Like I said, like the only reason why Walt would go down to 10K is because there are people out there that do have doubles, triples, or maybe more of Walt's. That's the only reason. I would hope people aren't selling their last, like their one and only Walt to chase a Vader. I hope not. Thinking of getting Ultimate Fallout 4. Yeah, that's a good one. So that's why I looked at Ultimate Fallout 4. Same thing with New Mutants, first appearance of Deadpool. Like that's a good one too. So that's like the same price for like a 9.6, 625. When you have different comic rarities, are they all displayed individually in your collection, or are they grouped like with the collectibles? I don't have any comics, so just wondering. No, they're all displayed separately. So if we, whoops, sorry about that. You can't put them in your, sorry for being a little tired. You can't put them in your vault, or anything yet. So comics and showrooms has been kind of a meme for a while. Trying to see which comic I have like the 2 different rarities of. Yeah, you can actually see right here. This is a simple one. Oh god, dude, where is it? You can see right here, there's the Uncanny X-Men number 200. There's the 2 rarities right there. So this is my vault of comics. So there's the colored Magneto and Prison, or you know, on trial at the top left, and there's the uncommon down there. So it actually does divide it out by another example is actually here, the Uncanny 308. The bottom right one is the common, the top right one is the rare of the same comic. Both Uncanny 308. Got a Moon Knight. Got a ultra rare Thor 337. Spent a little bit more than I wanted on this, to be quite honest. Got that for like $510. Now it's like $425. Still got 4 NYX to sell. Got a New Mutants, Powers of X. Keeping that Night Nurse for, what the hell? Why did that shut off? Dude, sometimes, I don't know why, but this app or this this little application that runs shares my phone screen just crashes sometimes for no reason. There it goes. So yeah, NYX, I got 4 of those. New Mutants, Night Nurse. Still need to sell off these damn Marvel team-ups number 1s. I have 10 Ghost Rider commons and 3 Ghost Rider ultra rares. I still need would like to unload at some point, or at least sell some, but the price isn't high enough yet. Marvel Comics. Luke Cage. Got some Fallen Suns that I need to get rid of. I had to get the Wolverine one. First appearance of Bullseye, ultra rare. I thought it was cheap at the time, and it was going, I think I bought it for like 95. Now it's going for like way cheaper. Today, Junior? Yeah, I was going for 75. So got Darkhawk. Gotta have Darkhawk. I'm just kidding. That might be a comic I might buy for a meme, just for fun, because I guess the Darkhawk comic has always been kind of a meme in like the comic community. This I actually bought super cheap a while back, but now it's not. So I bought this for 33 gems when the floor was probably like 52. Like I just sniped it. It was just super low. Guy was obviously just trying to get rid of it ASAP. But since then, I've honestly struggled to sell it. Like maybe I should have undercut more, but I was just afraid that person would just undercut me even by more. So I just couldn't get rid of the Falcon. So that's the rare version of it. Kang, best comic cover on the app. You can't argue it. That is such a meme template, perfect material for it, which is why I have it as an emote in the stream. I have Spider-Man 300 CGC 9.4 Stan Lee signed. Oh, Veve comes out with that comic. Dude, that's awesome. What the hell is that comic? But dude, it's signed and it's a 9.4. Let's go. Spider-Man 300. What is that? What is that? First black suit Spider-Man? I mean, it looks awesome. Don't get me wrong. It looks great. $1988. Dude, you got a nice comic here. Artist Todd McFarlane. Let's go. And this one is signed by like you said, by Stan Lee. Dude, that's amazing. It's a cool looking comic. Is what's like is there something significant? First full appearance of Venom. First issue inked by Todd McFarlane. Spider-Man's 25th anniversary. Dude, that's a holy moly. Yeah, so that's a key issue right there. FA Venom. First inked issue by Todd McFarlane and the 25th anniversary of Spider-Man. That's awesome. Dude, that's a sick comic. Not the more I look at it. That's an awesome comic. Congrats. And Veve has to release that comic at some point. They have to. We're planning on going for the Disney drop tomorrow. Yes, Pecan Penguin. I think I might go pretty hard on tomorrow's drop. We'll see. With my two phones, I also did a video talking about getting, if you run two phones, if your other phone just never seems to get drops or keeps saying all editions have been allocated, it might be shadow banned, and you should watch my video on how to get unshadow banned. Sold my lenticulars and moved into more comics, including a few uncommons under 100 listings. ASM 361 uncommon and X-Men #4 rare. Good move. I think it's fine. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I think the lenticulars are going to do well. Comics are retaining their value pretty well. I still think the lenticulars can do well long term. I mean, they'll all do well long term. But I do notice that like the comics tend to not get completely pile drived, like their price get pile drived as much as the collectibles when there is like a big drop happening. Like, don't get me wrong, comics do go down. Like if Vader is dropping, collectibles are just getting pile drived into the ground, except for like the most high tier grails. Comics do too, but not nearly as much. So yeah. But I think it's fine, Dub. I think that's a good move. Yeah. I'll be getting off here soon in a few minutes. Gonna be a 2-hour stream. Good stream. Talked about a lot of different things. Talked a little bit about HRO. Talked about low mints. Talked about the Disney villains. Looked at some memes. Gave some comic recommendations. Good day. Good Friday. Now I just need a few more drinks. I do owe you guys a drunk stream at some point. At some point, I'll do a drunk stream. The only issue is last time I did it, I immediately passed out on my bed. And I completely destroyed my sleep schedule. So that was kind of interesting. It started off with day drinking at the pool. Then eventually I started streaming at probably like 4 p.m. Did like a 2-hour stream and I kept drinking. I was just sloshed at that point. I just could not stand it. So immediately after I ended the stream, I fell asleep at like 6:15, slept all the way till like 1 a.m. I couldn't fall back asleep, so then I just like watched some shows on my phone or on my computer, and then just woke up the next day. Waiting to see a decent Marvel comic around 250 or less, and my haul will be complete. A decent mint Marvel comic around 250 or less. Okay, so are you waiting to see a relatively like low mint comic, like you said, like maybe like the next 10,000 mint comic that's like good? Because that's essentially, you know, not Journey into Mystery, was the, I just talked about it earlier. How much is how much is Avengers 8? Is it above 100? No way. Am I just an idiot? Am I overlooking it? Where's Avengers 8? Classic cover. Oh, it's going for $255. Or it's actually got a price. So Avengers 8 is actually pretty expensive. Take that back. Wanting to get a sub 15,000, so I've also been looking at Avengers 8. Yeah. Let's go ahead and take a look at Avengers 8. Avengers 8 is great. I like it personally. A lot, of course, Avengers 80 gets stuck up in here. Add a space at the end. Like, get rid of it? Yeah, nope. I do like it because of the super low mints. I like the uncommon because the meme of the cover. Ultra rare is good too. I think we might have a better idea of the mint numbers if we actually look at it on here. There's numbers. Number 7, number 8. This is comics. Yeah, it's unfortunate. The numbers are kind of mixed up a bit, unfortunately. So yeah, there's 250 secret rares, so 12 grand. If you want to get the ultra rare, which is the next lowest rare, there's only 500 ultra rares, which is pretty darn low for an ultra rare. I think most are 1,050, I believe, so it's less than half of what the ultra rares usually are. Then the rare was down here at 2250. No, that's the uncommon. Rare at 1,000. So the rare is basically like the same rarity as most other ultra rares. The only issue is that the rarity divided up between the common and uncommon is a bit weird because there's 6,000 commons but only 2,250 uncommons. So it's a bit weird. Yeah, but no, Avengers 8 is also awesome. I'm trying to think if there's also a way to find. I think this website, Veve Rank, is really good at finding this. So comics by tier. If you're looking for more low mint stuff, total mints. Yeah, can we organize it by total mints? I don't think so, but you can look through here. So if you haven't seen VVrank.com, I would check this out if you're like looking for more low mints. This website has all the mints just listed here. Super convenient. And he also ranked by his tier list, which is a bit more open-ended. Let's say it's not an exact order because it's an alphabetical order. So A is above M, which is why Amazing Spider-Man 252 is above Marvel Comics. Is that really the case? Probably not, but only because these are so rare. You know, if we look down like the B tier, it's not like... Let's see here. You know, it's not like, oh, is Eternals #1 really better than Journey into Mystery? Probably not, but it's just an alphabetical order here. So the really low mint ones are basically Spider-Man 252, Kang the Conqueror, so Avengers #8, Hitmonkey #1, meh. Not big fan of Hitmonkey. Thor is another 10,000 mint one, Thor #337. Low minted, not an MCU yet. Face was shown in Thor Ragnarok, not a well-known hero yet. I do have so I bought an ultra rare of, it's funny, I actually do have an ultra rare of Thor, as well as a uncommon of Kang. Marvel Premiere was also a pretty low mint. I'm just looking at all the ones that are like 10,000 mint for the most part. What do you think about the Grail comics like Fantastic Four #5, #1? The uncommon with just 5K editions should be worth more than a lot of collectibles that have higher editions. These comics have pop/scarcity. I agree. I agree. I do think like collectibles are more kind of for the masses. So like you might be able to like facilitate a sale a bit easier with like collectibles, but then again they do fluctuate a lot because again it's for the masses, and people that typically aren't hodlers are in the collectibles unless you have like the really high tier ones, right? I think comic collectors innately are hodlers, but also at the same time you know, when they go all out, they go all out when it comes to comic collecting. So it's not like I'm gonna change my whole portfolio from collectibles to comics. Right now I'm probably at a 75-25 split, so like 75% of my collection, at least price wise, is in collectibles, and the other 25% is comics. I might switch it closer to like a 60-40 if I can. I might liquidate some collectibles for the comics, but at the same time we're also just getting so many more collectibles than comics, at least not so many more relevant collectibles versus comics. So it's like we have a lot of comics, but like how many of these are really good, right? Like a lot of these are very easily just like overlook, or who cares, or you know, it's not the best. So you know, it's like, yeah, it's like, dude, Black Knight is good, but so is the Vision, but Kang the Conqueror is better. Like Sam Wilson's good, but there's just other comics that are better, so it's kind of hard. It's like just a little bit more black and white as to like what's better than what on the comic side of things versus collectibles. Again, like I don't know, I could be wrong about that, but do you think we'll get DC Comics soon? I'm not sure. DC might have held back a little bit with their comics because they were already, I mean, it's not even comics on HRO. I mean, they have some comic covers, it's just art. So I thought there was another NFT that had like DC Comics already. Same thing, it had like the covers, but not like the actual comics. So not sure. Soon? Unlikely, but it wouldn't surprise me if we get it like maybe at the end of this year or like early next year. I'm not sure what you mean by soon. Soon for you is like a few months, unlikely, but maybe by the end of the year, maybe. Interesting mint drop. Uncommon seems like a good move. Yeah, uncommon is good. We also noticed too, but even the division of the rarities is different between a lot of these comics. So like if we look at What If #1, come on, okay, I guess I forgot the question mark. What is going on here? I'm just gonna leave it as what if, whatever. So what if number 1? So rarities are not updated on this. Why? All right, I'll show it on here. Maybe it'll update if I just wait. No, it's just not doing it. So we look at what if number 1 on here. So there's and I really wish it showed the mint numbers, but it doesn't on here. But if you, there's a huge disparity on this one. Because remember when I showed Kang the Conqueror, there was like 6,000 commons and 2,000, roughly 2,250 uncommon. So it's roughly a third of the amount of the commons. But if you look at the What If series, the commons, there's 28,000 commons, which is quite a bit because I think this series had 35,000 total. But if we go back, the uncommon, did I add to favorites? I don't know. Let me just click on it. Only has 3,500. Like, that's like 12%. So, so Kang the Conqueror, the uncommons are about 33% of the commons, but this one's like 12%. So like less than half. So don't know why the commons are at 28,000 and then the uncommon is at 3,500. But there's other comics, like the ratios of how they divide up the rarities is like very, very different between quite a few of the comics, especially some of the earlier comics. Veve even admitted, like early Veve, a lot of the early comics, they were just experimenting with stuff. Like they were just, I just realized I'm not showing any of this. God damn it. All right, let me go back. What if number 1, this comic, 28,000 editions. That's a lot for 35,000. So a good portion of the mints went to the commons, which makes sense. But if you look at the uncommon, you would think, at least in my mind, you would think it's probably closer to, I don't know, maybe like 7,000, 8,000. But if we actually look at it, it's 3,500. So it's like way less. So the ratios of how the mint numbers get divvied up is very, very different between different comics. It's just very strange. I know it's kind of hard to read this because the text is so small for some of you guys. So kind of keep that in mind too. I know it's like right now, unfortunately, there's no like easy website that kind of shows you the mint numbers between the rarities. Like usually Ecomi Wiki's pretty good with that, but it's messed up because it says, oh no, it's right here. Okay, I'm looking at popularity. That's my issue. Yeah, so if we look at Ecomi Wiki, so we see the common has 28,000. The rare has 1,750. Secret rare has 455, so that's on the low end. And a lot of people think, and I agree with this, I do think the what if, like this whole story between Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four, it's like, we're getting Spider-Man Multiverse, we're also getting Fantastic Four, like, pretty soon in the MCU. I think the whole Multiverse of Madness thing basically flipped the whole like Marvel thing on its head. Like all the What If series stuff, all the crossovers, all the intermingling of different superheroes is like now possible in the MCU. So just kind of wanted to bring that up about the What If. Is just like the ratios, even the ratios between and how much they dedicate, how many comics percentage wise they dedicate to certain rarities is all skewed as well. Because the early days of comics, like Veve even admitted, like they were just experimenting with stuff. They're like, we're kind of just throwing mint numbers. Like we're just like, we're gonna try different ranges of not rarities, but like different amounts of comics and certain rarities. We're gonna try different numbers of comics that totally get delivered, all that stuff. So you guys see the OMI update? Good night, Real Property. Yeah, I'm heading off pretty much like right now, so I appreciate that. See the OMI update, the bridging. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that stuff. I will look at it later, but we can now withdraw our OMI out of Veve. Nice, just dropped the tweet. Yay! Not Reser, Ecomi did. Yeah, so Ecomi did. Yeah, so I don't have any OMI in the app, but if you can withdraw it out, that's awesome. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Real Property, thank you so much, everyone. I know Real probably been lurking in the stream for the last hour and a half, but I appreciate it. John Whitehead, Dub, Alex, Anthony, Funky Cold, Dub, C. Rios, Ken Penguin, all you guys are awesome. Catch you guys next time, and good luck on tomorrow's drop. I'll be sure to post something on Veve to wish you guys luck as well. So catch you guys next time. Be safe. Double and triple check all of your listings so you don't screw yourself over.